I like to call this la frittata Mariana. Because, you know,
benissimo.
I think you have the same things in your frittata that I like to use in mine, which is asparagus, some cheese, eggs. So all we've done here, I see you've got the asparagus ready for me.
Yes.
You just blanch this a little bit. We don't want these to be soggy.
No, no.
So we just cut them up in small pieces. That's what I do. And then we're going to mix them with the eggs. Now, you know, my grandmother had a saying. When you did something that was not just right, she said, tu hai fatto una frittata. You made a mess of things.
Sure, because everything is mixed
together,
exactly.
mixed up. Okay.
Exactly.
All right, so you've got 8 eggs.
8 eggs.
Okay, I usually use 6, but 8, that's good.
So
now
it all
what?
depends. I like to have a little bit thicker.
A little thicker. Okay,
right.
sure.
So we whisk some of those eggs.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're going to put
We're
some
going to put some cheese in there.
All right, so this is Parmigiano Reggiano. We all know that is wonderful cow's milk cheese from northern Italy, from Emilia-Romagna. You could use other cheeses if you didn't have Parmigiano Reggiano.
If you want to give it a little more flavor, because of Parmigiano, it's nice and tasty, but it's a kind of blend. But usually, that's what I use.
Yeah. Any kind of cheese, really, that you have in your refrigerator, because the frittata really is something it's like you make it up as you go along,
Exactly.
Right? So everybody has eggs, don't they? So we have eggs, we have salt, we have pepper, and we're going to mix that up with the cheese, and then I'm going to add the asparagus.
The asparagus.
Yeah.
We're going to put a little pepper in there also.
I'll do that for you. Just a little pepper in there. So you've been making frittata for many years here, right?
Yes, this is something which, you know, when I was a young kid coming on from school, I get home and I was hungry, and my grandmother said, okay, let's have a frittata. She grab a couple eggs and put it together.
Well, I'll tell you an even better story. When I was a kid in grade school, all my friends were eating peanut butter and jelly on just plain old white bread. But not my Nonna Galasso. She sent me to school with a frittata on really coarse bread that she had made herself.
You know,
and I wanted to trade the kids for the sandwich.
Were laughing at me.
They were laughing.
Sometimes I get in school and the brown bag was all oily.
All greasy.
Yeah, greasy.
Right.
So.
Okay, do we want some parsley in this?
Yes.
Okay, some fresh flat leaf parsley. Let me get... I would say probably about a tablespoon is good. We might as well put all these in.
Yeah.
Make it really, really tasty. So with 8 eggs, you're really going to have a really fluffy frittata.
Exactly.
And this is
I like that way.
Yeah.
It's nice and tender.
And this is the kind of thing that you can take as picnic food, because a frittata is good at room temperature, right?
Exactly. And that's why this is a frittata Pasqualina.
Pasqualina, Little Easter Monday. Okay. And we probably should tell everybody that oil should be hot once you put the frittata mixture in. And it's good to use a nonstick pan. Yeah, really good to use a nonstick pan. Although, my grandmother always made this in a big black cast iron skillet.
Yes, that's what they used to do it.
Yeah.
But today, things are changing a little bit.
True, but I remember that black cast iron pan gave such a nice crust to the bottom of the frittata.
Yes.
So now, do you flip yours out, or
yes,
do you? Okay,
I flip her out.
Yeah, I move the eggs underneath. I pull it towards me, and then I move the eggs underneath, so it gets. So when I see the top is a little bit more solidified, then I know that I say 3 Hail Marys and I flip it out.
It's a little bit different.
Some people, though, are not as brave as that, and they will cook the frittata in the oven.
In the oven,
Al forno.
Sometimes I do that.
Yeah.
You know, because once I reach to this point, I take it out and put them in the oven.
Yeah.
And let it finish in the oven.
All right, so we just need to let that set up a little bit.
Exactly.
Okay. Perfect. Look how beautiful. That's what I'm talking about, that nice crusty bottom. Okay, now we're going to put it back in the pan just to cook the other side. Excellent. And it doesn't have to be in there very long, because you want this... You don't want this to be dry.
No.
You want this to have some softness to it. Oh, that looks gorgeous. And it sure does bring back memories of those sandwiches I had to take to school. But you know, the other thing about a frittata is it's a simple supper.
It is. Yeah. You know, I remember also what my grandma used to do. also made the frittata, did a little simple sauce
Yeah.
with a little tomato. And then put it right on top in a dish, and that's was for the supper night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These
Something
nonas, they were clever.
Very simple.
Very simple. I think it's done, Angelo.
Yes.
I think it's done. Gorgeous.
Here we go.
Okay.
It's ready.
Ah, abbiamo fatto.
Adesso la tagliamo. Let's see how this come out.
You know, later we should taste this, really.
We should before.
Yeah.
We give it to anybody else. We should taste it.
So now this beautiful bread that you just made, I'm just going to put a drizzle of olive oil on there.
That's beautiful.
That's all you need, really.
That's it.
And now the frittata. You know, I remember when I had this from school, my grandmother always gave me enough for it to hang out the sandwich edge. She wanted everybody to know.
To know it was a frittata in there.
So, and another little olive oil over the top. A little pepper. I mean, what else do you need?
That's it.
And over the top it goes. Isn't that gorgeous? It's
beautiful.
gorgeous.
Beautiful.
So, look how beautiful.
Grazie.
All right. And I love the way you wrap this in this beautiful
Now,
paper.
we have a paper just from Italy, just for us. Okay, we're going to wrap it.
Beautiful.